Letting go is required to let in. This paradox of manifesting, of receiving your desires, has enormous power when comprehended. In this video, we will explore how letting go actually allows things into your life. And we'll get straight to it. To put it short, when you let go, you allow for a clear path for your desires to flourish. Think of yourself as in a river. You could call this the river of life. You could be in a boat, or you could simply be swimming. But if you are resisting the river of life, if you don't let go, it's going to be tough, especially if that current is going really fast. You aren't going to let anything new happen. You are going to be stuck paddling up and potentially staying in the same spot, looking at the same trees around you, at the same scenery around you, re-experiencing being pushed down by the water and trying to push yourself back up. You will stay in the same spot. But when you simply let go and allow yourself to go with the stream of the water, you will go where you have to go, and you'll start seeing new trees, new paths. You might end up on a shore somewhere that takes you to a beautiful island or a beautiful location, a new place. But if you kept paddling up and staying in that resistance, you would have stayed in the same perpetual situation. The river of life, the universe, it already knows your desires. The universe is very intelligent. It knows exactly the abundance that you need or that you desire, the relationship that you want, the house that you want, even the physique that you want. But letting go of the resistance is required to reach that new state of life. Einstein said that to solve a question, you need to reach a new level of perception, a new state of mind. You cannot solve a question with the same consciousness in which you asked it. So you have to let go and allow the universe to bring you that new consciousness, those answers, those new paths that will lead you to that new consciousness. Some desires come more quick than others, but it comes down to expectation. A good process is asking yourself, okay, I have 4 years to have my desire come in. I'll definitely get it done in 4 years. Cut that at 3 years. Do you still believe it's gonna come? Yeah, that's still enough time, 2 years. Then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I don't know about 2 years. I don't know if I'll be able to get my house in 2 years. Now, the 2 years and that shock right there, that doubt is indicating that it's going to require you 2 years to receive that manifestation, because that is your belief. You felt the doubt. That's when you feel the doubt. And when you feel the doubt, that's your belief system. So you can do 2 things in that moment where you recognize that doubt. Let go of it and deliberately work on your beliefs. Reprogram your mind. See why it is that you don't believe that you could get it done in 2 years. And it's a limiting belief. That's what it comes down to. A limiting belief, a blockage of energy, a trauma, you could say even. Something that at one point in your life, someone else told you that you could not do and that you accepted for yourself because you saw the evidence of it in other people, or simply because someone who you thought knew more than you did at that time told you that that's simply how the world works. But knowing what you know now, like I said, you could reprogram your mind, and you could also use letting go. And really, those 2 things work harmoniously together. You need both. So you deliberately change your beliefs and then you let go. Like I said, the universe knows exactly what you want. The river of life will take you exactly to your desires. All you have to do is let go, chill out, let it come in. If you're constantly resisting, which is doubting, it's not going to come in. Think of a radio signal. You know that your future house is at 101.2 FM, you could say. Every time you doubt, that's you changing the radio signal. You're like, oh, the program still hasn't started. The program being the time where the house comes into your experience. So you're like, oh no, it's not there yet. It still hasn't started. Let me check other radio stations to see if it's in another one now. It's a doubt. You keep changing the radio station and you start confusing the universe with your signal. Not so much confusing it, but you're cutting off the signal. You keep changing it. As if you just stayed in 101.01, you will receive it because it is a clear signal. It may take some time, but everything is divine timing. You'll come to realize that receiving your greatest desires, it may not exactly be what you want right now. And the universe works in incremental steps, not in a paradigm shift. The paradigm shift is very shocking. I had a paradigm shift during my awakening. They may be good if you really want to accelerate things a lot, but they do hurt a lot. So incremental steps are always better. The thing that I always think about is if you are not yet 100% a vibrational match to being very wealthy, or you feel yourself as that person already, even if you do receive $1 million, $2 million, it may be very overwhelming, very shocking for you. And the mind has a way of self-sabotaging if you do not feel worthy of that abundance, of that state of you being abundant yet. Your mind will literally give you what you believe you are. If you believe you are worth $1 million, 100%, you will have that. But if in your mind you have that doubt, and the doubt comes from, like I said, the limiting beliefs, the programming that happened to you when you were a kid, you could say, or at any point in your life that you gave into and started to believe in that way, you will self-sabotage to make your reality like that. You'll receive the money and you'll do things that just leave you at the same expectation and belief that you think you are, whether that be a relationship, finances, or even physique, you could say. Because the mind, your interior belief systems is what constructs your reality. But letting go, you could try this process with anything in your life. I do it every single day of my life. Say if I have a certain thing that I want to do, I set the desire and I surrender. If I want to have a certain schedule or thing fit in my schedule, I surrender and I forget about it, and somehow magically the universe makes things work out. The first thing I could remember is Valentine's Day. That day I really wanted to spend some time with my gorgeous girlfriend, but I had soccer practice that day. So I surrendered. I said somehow, some way, it will get canceled. I'll be able to spend that time. And I'm a person that when I set a commitment to something, and when I was in that soccer team, well, I go on full on in on it. And that's why I was like, best case scenario is I will still go to practice if it's there. But if it gets canceled by some way, with my deliberate intent co-creating it, wouldn't it be nice if that happened? And that wouldn't it be nice did become reality. There was this big storm that just came in, and it was very windy, and the coach decided to cancel practice, and I knew right when it happened that that's how it was supposed to happen, and that I co-created that experience, and fascinating things will happen when you let go and allow the universe. The weather will change, just crazy things. That's all I'm saying. I remember as well when we were going on a cruise last year, when me and my girlfriend went on a cruise. They had this thing in Greece going on still of you having to take a certain test, but we were limited in days. Like, we just flew out to Rome, and I really didn't want to take that test or go out of my way to have to find a shop to do it, because that would be time used from my vacation that I just didn't desire that experience. So I let go. Literally, like 3 days before we flew to Rome to get the cruise, they that those requirements were lifted. They said this isn't required anymore. You are good to go to Greece without doing that, because Greece was one of our stops in the cruise. That's another example of letting go. My girlfriend, her coming into my life is also an example of letting go. At one point in my life, I had a lot of resistance to my ideal partner coming in because of certain belief systems, past experiences, but I let go. I wasn't even focused on it. I wasn't hyper focused on, oh, I need to have a partner. I was just vibing with myself and loving myself and improving myself and empowering myself, and by default things synchronistically just fell into place, and she came into my life and in the perfect time, and just a beautiful story. But that's for another video, that whole story of how we came together and how we are co-creating together now, because it truly is a fascinating synchronicity. And it was the effect of letting go, of deliberate intent. Like I said, the universe is so intelligent. Abraham calls this the vortex. And in this vortex, they say there's a swirling vortex that has all your desires, and your inner being takes care of this. So what you really need to do is just chill out, let go, and this vortex will flow into your life as long as you're feeling good and feeling elevated emotions. So to put it simple, if you're feeling good, if you're following your passion, all these desires will come into your life synchronistically in unexpected but fun ways. It will surprise you. Just like I've mentioned this example as well previously in my videos, but I got a major upgrade on my cruise. I got a balcony view compared to having a window, and it happened in a synchronistic way. To put it short, they said my room didn't exist, but at the time I was manifesting abundance, and it happened. And that was also the product of letting go. That morning I told my girlfriend, wouldn't it be nice if we had a balcony? And I let go. I surrendered. I was okay if I had it or if I wasn't. And even when I saw my room change, and when I was talking to the coordinator, being like, oh, like, what's going on? And the people were telling me that the room was way better around me. I was like, you know what? If it's mine, it's okay. If not, it's okay as well. I was detached. I was unattached to it. And it came in. So letting go, being unattached is very powerful. It puts you at a point of power. It puts you at an abundant position, because you tap into you become one with the source of creation. You become one with the energy that creates worlds, and you trust it, and you know that there's infinite possibilities and potentials, and that it's going to come, and you're just confident that it will come to you. Once you know the formula, it becomes very simple. Try it in the small things first. Like I said, try it in a certain schedule change that you may want. Maybe even a certain food that you may want to try. It could be something as simple as, hey, today I'm craving ice cream. Wouldn't it be nice if synchronistically somehow I ate ice cream today? And watch, a friend will reach out to you. Maybe your parent might bring you ice cream, or your intimate partner might give you ice cream somehow, or you might just be walking somewhere and someone's like, hey, I got extra ice cream, would you want some? Or you're at work and for some reason they have ice cream that day. There's many ways that it could happen, but letting go is magical. In my experience, like I said, I use it every single day. It's a paradox. Like the first time I heard about it, I'm like, what? Like let go to receive? But it has its truth. The highest truths are paradoxes. And your mind will try to be like, it doesn't make sense to your mind. But that's why you have to feel it with your being and experience it. Because experience is what teaches, not words. When you experience something, you make it a truth for yourself. If you read something, it's just theory. But when you experience it, it becomes a reality for you. And you get confidence with it. So the more you try this, the more you affirm it, the more you see that it's a universal principle and a universal truth, the more it will keep functioning for you, and the greater the manifestations that you could bring into your life happen. And it's just as simple manifesting a button as it is a castle. Jesus said this. It's the same formula. The book A Course in Miracles as well mentions this, how there is no order in miracles. Just how the button is manifested, a castle could be manifested as well into your experience. All you have to do is let go, surrender, have complete trust in the universe, in source. Believe it 100%. The moment you believe it, the moment you expect it, the moment you feel joyful and are in a state of expectation of 100% knowingness that it's going to come, it will come to you synchronistically in the most fascinating way ever. So try this out, everyone. Be fun with it. Be gentle with it. The universe gives you what you want, especially when you're in a joyous state. Your joyous state is your natural set point. And even though there might have been conditioning as to things have to be hard for you to receive them, question that belief and try to experience this and see that things don't have to be hard for them to come into your experience. Like I said, when you understand this formula, you become powerful. You remember the powerful creator that you are. You remember the simplicity of how the universe works. You remember the joy you came to experience here. And life becomes way more smooth, way more effortless, and way more impactful. So follow your bliss, surrender and let go. Take the action where you can take your action. I call this divine action. And you know the action to take by the impulse that you have. What's the action you should take? What do you feel the most passionate about? Out of everything in that day, what do you feel the most passionate about? Do that. And I know people may have jobs and things like that, and they may say, well, how can I do this? Also remember, take the action that you are comfortable with in that moment. Don't try to jump off of a cliff if you still don't believe you could fly. So don't just quit your job if you don't believe yet that you can do something else, You get what I'm saying? It has its time, just like how in the beginning of the video I mentioned, if you kind of catch yourself thinking 2 years to manifest a house, I don't know, that doubt is your indicator that you need to work on some belief systems. So use that, be gentle, know that every experience is fruitful and you're learning from it. So in reality, there's no loss. It's an eternally abundant universe. So nothing is a loss. If you learn from it, it expands you. Contrast sharpens your desire. Have fun with this. Let go, guys. I let go in the process of creating this video. That's also something very powerful. Say if someone comes to you and is seeking advice, try to let go. And first and foremost, be in a harmonious state yourself, but let go. Don't try to think, oh, I think I need to guide him this way or that way. Just let go. And when you let go, you become a vessel for source energy to speak through you. And things just flow. That's why I don't use any scripts for my videos. I just allow source to express itself through me. And you could say it's a paradox. It's me speaking, but it's also source speaking at the same time. It's really interesting. It's like flow state. Most of the people watching this will probably be more familiar with the word flow state. When you're in the zone. Another word. When you're in the zone, that's when you're allowing this energy, this cosmic energy, this energy that creates worlds to flow through you and to create. And that's when your action is most powerful. I wish you guys a beautiful day. Thank you guys for watching. Comment any synchronicities you guys may have been experiencing or any experiences with letting go. Thank you.